Almost forgot the important buttons. What we're here for. The 2 buttons I need to press, I didn't.
Oh.
But I did now, so we're good. Anyhow. Echo. Antisocialexperience.com's website shows under some changes recently. Also, the Facebook page. Check us out there. How do we go home? Let's get as many tabs browsing around as possible. And our YouTube, if it loads. I don't think it's important that you see it. You can just see all of the videos that we've watched from this channel. Don't laugh when you see stuff about donkeys. Talking donkeys.
Oh, I thought you were going to go a different route with that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we've done that. We don't need to touch on that.
Yeah, no. All right, so it does say we're live. Imagine that.
Yeah, well, here we are.
Once in a while, you can get lucky. Close that. Restream, open the chat, and I think we're going to roll this intro. Why not? All right, the mics are muted for the stream, but still recording our half-wit conversation. All right.
Here we are.
We're going to open this one like I do any other one. Another week. It's been a few. Changes, man, changes.
Oh, man.
When the dominoes fall, sometimes they fall harder than other times.
Many dominoes have fell.
Or the other foot came down. Is that another way of saying it?
I believe so, yeah.
I don't know.
If the foot came down, it like kicked us like a kickball out of the fucking park, man.
or like a dodgeball coming from a senior's hand at a freshman.
Yeah.
Full blast. Yeah. Quick. I mean, as far as this show, I can address that real quick. Things happen. Life happens. Life comes at you quick, and there's never anything that's mandatory. You know, at least not with this. For this particular show, you have some different circumstances, and that's understandable. But in the same sense, I think speaking to both shows, life can come at you quick,
right?
And depending what decisions you may or may not make, can depend like.
Well, yeah, no, it can affect a lot of people
in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
In worst case scenario, suffice to say, I mean, over the years, a few friends, choices they've made, and they're not with us anymore.
Right.
You know, so depending, and that's kind of what we're here to talk about. Not the people making those choices, but choices we've made.
Correct.
I think that's the best way to do it.
No, absolutely. I agree with that.
Going south.
Yeah. Definitely not north right now.
No. Working on a future direction. Not sure what direction that's going to be. Right now we're teaming up.
Right.
And for the near future, I guess, as time permits, as life permits. But I'm just glad to be back here. I literally had a show drafted to sit and do solo, and I'm like, how much can I rant on?
Right. And I was actually looking into that myself too, because I wanted to, you know what I mean? I didn't know, I don't know what to do right now as far as our show went. I just know that it's probably over. I'm going to say it's over, you know, like.
You can probably revive it someday.
Right. No, and then maybe someday, yeah. But as of now, like, I'm done. I plan on, coming out here to help you as long as, you willing to want me.
Help. Join in.
Well, join in. You know what I mean? That's what I meant. But yeah, no, I wanted to keep doing this. I missed it. Even
Oh,
in the
yeah.
time, I mean, hell, I think it's only been 6 or 8 days since, him and I did our last one before all this fucking mess went down. And
Right. Well, not only that, it's even saying with what you just said about how you just started and you just did your last episode like a week ago, whatever, 6 8 days. Even when you just start and when you get like 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 episodes in, it yeah, it I listen to other content that people create, but
right,
on top of that, I also try to create content, try to create something that is entertaining. Does it always work? Probably not. I don't know.
right.
I
I'm
don't
not.
know how entertaining I can be, but I at least try.
Yeah, no.
And I miss it. Like the short time I was gone not doing this or that, whatever. Yeah, I definitely missed it. And I'm like, well, how can I continue on solo? And it's rough, man.
It is. It's difficult just because you don't have anything to bounce off of. You know what I mean? And I don't,
Well, bouncing off of people is one thing. Now, there's so many shows out there that do tutorials or teach people how to podcast or whatever, NASCAR. But a lot of the shows where they're really, really weird niche on something, whatever it is, or niche, however you want to say that. I notice they generally have people on to bounce back and forth with. There are truly talented people. I mean, even Joe Rogan,
right.
stand-up comedian, deals with UFC.
Hmm.
He's all. It's a conversation-based show, and he always has smart, professional people on coming from every walk of life you can imagine.
Yeah.
Could he do a solo show where he's just ranting and talking?
I don't know. Probably about DMT. Could he seems to like
Yeah,
to talk about that a lot.
right. Well, he even says how much he repeats himself.
Right, and I'm guilty of that. Like I was just talking to my girlfriend the other day, and I was saying to her, I'll be explaining something, and like I don't remember that I told her. So like 2 days later, I'm telling her the same thing, and I can just see the look on her face, like you dumb fuck, you already told me this, and I'm just like, right mid conversation, just stop, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I already told you this.
Yeah, I'm like a broken record with some stuff. It's like it gets not even through a whole track. I'm pretty sure my broken record to the family is like a partial track and right back to the
Yeah,
beginning. It's like,
yeah,
you
no,
know,
I know exactly what you mean.
I'm just expecting like incoming shoes or whatever at any point in time, rotten fruit, tomatoes,
RPGs,
right?
whatever circumstance it is.
RPGs. Was there a knocking?
I think that was my chair.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I thought there was an actual like pop, pop, pop on the door, which that's cool if there is. If not, we'll address that later.
No, I think it was the chair.
All right. So, going south, the title of today's show. I haven't always been a good kid. Haven't always been a bad kid. I was gonna tell just a few things from the past. The one I kind of brought up in a previous episode, so I can do the short condensed version of that. And I'll start off in a different place though, many years later. But even to show I did something dumb as a kid, the first thing, throwing rocks with a friend, and just started throwing rocks into the woods, and that turned into throwing them at other stuff, other people's property. That was the one as a kid. Later on, a similar thing as a teenager, walking home from school, and just something as simple as somebody saying, "Hey, what's that? Let's go check it out." Me and if I don't, it's hard to remember.
Right.
Well, gee, 40 back to like 13.
Yeah.
I don't, it's not the clearest. Not,
No.
I remember quite a bit, but taking and walking to my parents' house from the high school, we had to walk through the woods and through some like fields
Yeah, did
and
you have to
people
take the path like to down the junior high, like ish?
kind of like that, but
Yeah.
not past any mansions or nothing.
Okay. 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 Okay.
So real similar fields and stuff, people's backyards, a little bit of a forest, whatever. And hey, what's that? Let's go check it out. Ended up going over. We saw a building. There was like I don't want to say a loader, but like a crane, like a
Yeah.
smaller crane outside. One of the other guys saying, "Hey, what's that? Let's check it out." Turned into, we ended up breaking windows out of this crane, breaking into a building. So right there is like burglary of the guy. I don't
Right.
think he pressed charges to the full extent. And just that one, "Hey, what's that? Let's check it out." That one comment and three people making the decision to be like, okay, we're supposed to be coming home from school. We're going to this house,
Right.
and not doing that, and just doing that little, let's go check this out. Ended up getting 3 people in trouble, 3 kids. We were teenagers, so it's not like we flushed our whole life away.
Right.
But you get a negative stigma. And to talk, we spray painting was done inside the building. At one point, one guy, there was like an old classic, like I'm gonna say early '60s, late '50s Corvette
Mhm.
in there. At one point, somebody was gonna start putting something through the windows, and I'm like, I actually like, I don't
Don't
too
touch
much,
the
man.
vet.
Like I
Yeah.
really don't think. I was like, this is well kept, and
Yeah.
we shouldn't be here. Somebody said that, like trying to talk sense. 2 of us were to the other. And it's just like we're gonna go home.
Yeah.
Well, we did end up getting in trouble for it. Um, I forget who was the one that ended up telling, like, hey, we shouldn't have did this. Like, I forget how it all played out. But I do remember actually doing that stuff, like bits and pieces of it.
Mhm.
And it's just, that was simply walking home from school and turned into, if we'd been adults, that could have been some serious jail time. Like, they probably would, if we were adults, they probably would have considered it burglary,
Yeah. Breaking and entering,
breaking and entering. Well,
trespassing.
burglary, don't you have to steal something?
Yeah, I don't know if they'd have got you for burglary because if you didn't really take anything.
I'm guessing criminal trespass,
Yeah, absolutely.
breaking and entering, criminal mischief,
Yeah,
destruction of
vandalism. Yeah,
property.
destruction of property for sure.
There would have been so many charges tied up in it as an adult, and I think all of us ever walked away with was a little bit of probation and fines and restitution, obviously.
Mhm.
And I was, yeah, just what's that? Let's check that out. That's how that started,
Yeah,
and you can extrapolate out. Like
right. Shit, snow.
that day could have went so many different ways. Could have been worse. Hey, this crane, true, it's not one for building skyscrapers,
Right.
but it was a good 50, 60 feet in the air. Let's
Yeah.
climb up there, fall off and die, or
Yeah.
know?
Similar situation for me. Uh, let me think.
Kids, man.
Yeah. Well, I was probably around 13 or 14.
Some people's kids, right?
Absolutely. A bunch of my friends, they were out riding. Like we all had motorcycles.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they were out riding the day before, and they're like, "Yo, Jimmy, we found these." You almost had an accident. They,
Bad decision.
yeah, bad decisions lead to bad things.
Two and one with that one.
He said, Jimmy, we found like these old trucks and stuff with the keys in them. We can just go up and drive them. And I'm like,
Right.
what? And I'm like, okay. I'm like, nobody's around, and when you're 13 or 14, they're like, there's Playboys in there, there's yada yada, and you're like, oh, fucking gold mine, right?
Right.
So we go,
But keys, and you can drive them.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
nobody cares.
There's fuel in 'em.
There's fuel in these vehicles in the woods that nobody cares about. So I'm like, okay, let's go. So we go. Well, there was a water tower there,
Okay.
and I'm afraid of heights. Well, they all climb
Water
up climb up this like water tower, or it might have been like a fueling tower for big trucks. But regardless, dude, you were fucking high in the air. But
Right.
they climbed up, and all of a sudden, I see all these trucks coming down towards them, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I, not being on the tower, jumped on my motorcycle and busted ass out of there. They all got down, and we're driving around. I fucking get boxed in by 2 people's trucks. Guess who one in my truck is? My fucking dad. It was on his fucking work property where they were blasting.
Oh.
Yeah, so
One of the trucks was your dad?
yeah, because it was the company people who were like, because they knew that the people had been up, those guys had been up there the day before fucking with their shit.
Yeah, messing
so
with their trucks.
they were like watching for us, but
Waiting.
yeah, and that was a situation where hadn't it been my dad, luckily I wasn't there the day before, and the other guys didn't get caught, only me, of course, and another
Right.
kid. But
Wow.
it could have been way fucking worse, dude. Like they were driving their fucking food, but none of us had a license. Like, not, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like we were,
And you said they were blasting?
yeah, we were near like explosives.
Was there any explosives in any of the trucks?
Well, not in the trucks, but there was explosive sheds, like that we
Right.
could have got into. That would have been like federal fucking shit there, though.
Yeah, no doubt.
You get
Yeah,
the
ATF.
blasting sheds, bad news, man.
ATF's looking into you.
Yeah.
FBI?
Yep.
Or just imagine the rare circumstance you're like, nothing to lose, demolition derby. and somebody drives into a shed, it's like, sayonara.
Yeah, yeah, dude, a lot of
Yeah.
things coulda went bad there, and they ended up, cutting the ladder off of the fueling tower, so you had to stand on a truck to actually be able to get up to the other part of
Yeah,
the
you
ladder to
needed
climb up.
yeah,
Yeah, man.
just to make it harder to access.
Right, just so,
Makes
that didn't
sense.
happen again.
Definitely makes sense.
Yeah, but it was fucking wild, man.
Yeah, I mean, in looking back at stuff like that now, like, looking at it in, what, retrospect or whatever,
Yeah,
look,
yeah.
hindsight's 2020.
Yeah.
You can be like, "Well, who's gassing these vehicles up and that doesn't care about them? What are
Right, and why are these out here? Like, you know what I
right,
mean?
like,
Nobody
what are
just
they really doing there? Nobody just leaves a vehicle with keys and gas and
No, 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 and what we were doing is I don't know if you know where, like, Wampum is, like, on the other side of where Swingers you remember Swingers?
right,
On the other side of the highway there, that's where my dad works. They
okay,
blasting explosives,
right.
yada, yada, but, like, back in there, you can access it from, like, Coldstream. That area, you know what I mean? You can
Yeah,
go
it
back up, and
goes
that's how
way
we
back east.
yeah, because we were going from Southie up by the high school and then down through fucking Coldstream and up through there, but yeah.
So they the day before, they'd actually went up, got in, drove them
Drove
around,
them around,
didn't
like
bother putting them back where they were.
no, and, like, stole Playboys and shit out of them. You know
Okay,
what I mean?
so
Cigarettes.
at the end of the day, when they were done doing what they're doing, they came back to like, what the hell?
Yeah, what the fuck's going on
Like,
here? Like
why are these vehicles not where they were?
right, and why the Playboys, the cigarettes, the
What stuff's
change.
missing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Nothing of really value, nothing to
Nothing major.
no,
No
but
dynamite.
no, but still, like, you
Explosives.
shouldn't steal stuff.
Yeah, regardless.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
And then decided to watch the next day.
Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's what happens, man. It just south real quick.
Yeah, and, like, I don't know, another version, like, I don't know, I got caught with, no license one time, and, I got to ride to work all week. Well, I was sicker than a dog, and I was like, I have to go to work because, I don't know, people like us, you live paycheck to paycheck, like, you miss a couple days of work, it fucking affects you.
Yeah, even there's people that miss one day or a few hours, and a few hours if they have to take off for an appointment can affect their budget to where they're
Immensely.
like they may be skipping a couple meals.
Yeah, well, no, dude,
Yeah.
this is actually happening to me right now. Where I work, they're switching the pay period around. So my next check is going to be 2 days shorter because of this. It's only going to be 11-day pay period.
Ooh,
Yeah, and it hurts.
good stuff.
Yeah, it fucking hurts. I mean, it's not my decision. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. I
Yeah.
mean, it is what it is. But I mean, it's going to be tough the next couple weeks.
Gotta save, man.
Yeah, especially with everything fucking else going on.
Don't be hopping any vehicles with keys in and
No,
driving 'em.
I don't leave the house, man. That's like I said, I've been guilty by association this last week, and it's like, man, I don't know.
And sadly, I mean that is a thing.
It really is, man.
And that not only is it a thing, like it's highly considered, like not just by friends or family or society, even law enforcement. Like when they're looking into something, they have to look at, okay, we don't have all the facts of what so and so did, but they associate with this person and they hang out a lot. Did he happen to be there too? And we just didn't know.
right.
That's just how it
Yeah.
is, and it sad but true. I don't think you'll ever get away from that in any modern society.
No,
Just the guilt by association.
right. And even in like my circumstance now, like I don't know, like I definitely ran myself into the ground years
Yeah.
ago. You know what
So
I mean?
have I.
Ran my name into the ground, hung out with the wrong people, did the wrong things, acted the wrong ways many a times. But now I was at the point to where, okay, I'm done doing dumb shit. I'm, trying to get my shit back to, get my life together a little bit.
Right.
And here we are putting ourselves out in public and this dumb shit happens. Now, again, like where does, I'm not saying me, but like at the same time, like, what the fuck, man? Like I didn't do anything. Like,
Right. Yeah. No. And that's the thing. Until if you've ever, if you've ever actually not been a person that hasn't been in trouble, you like they're starting to do that. The shows like 60 Days In or whatever, where people don't know what it's like can go to jail. Is that what the premise of that show is? I think.
yeah, I think so.
I think it's something like that. Like people don't know what it's like. They're like, why are they treating The prisoners the same as like military people. I want to see what's up, and I don't know. Haven't watched like maybe parts of 1 or 2 episodes, but I haven't got the whole show yet. But if you've never been in trouble, um, yeah, uh, some people think like, yeah, they're in trouble, they're gone, they're not out here to answer those questions that the people behind are like, left to,
You're right.
or something happens, somebody, whatever, business or partners break up, team, whatever breaks up. But when you're there, if you ever have been in jail, locked up, in trouble, even I'm gonna say as far back, just because I can speak from experience, like what a juvenile hall,
Uh,
detention center. Yeah, like some of those places are treated like jail, and some of them aren't. Depending, like the Ohio, I don't imagine the Ohio uh, legal system when you're in trouble as a kid is much different than from here if you're in trouble as a kid. But for some reason, it seems like it was way different how they handled stuff as far as probation and chances. You know what I mean?
yeah. You grew up in Ohio then?
For a few years.
For a few. Okay.
Yeah, a few years. I have more years in this state than Ohio.
Okay.
But
Okay.
it's just I don't know. We're a commonwealth here,
Right.
and I don't know how that equates. I don't think Ohio is.
It's not for sure.
Okay, but I don't know how that translates from legal system to legal system when you're in trouble. But yeah, whenever you're there, that's all you can really think about. And no matter how much like you think about it or try and work it over in your head, you're just like, you know what I mean? You think all the ways it could have went different and didn't. And it just kind of kills you because you can't change it. No, even if you're not locked up, you can't change what already happened.
No.
I mean, maybe if we were Adam Sandler with a magic remote,
Yeah. Yeah.
yes, we could.
Yeah.
But
I-
outside of that, or Doc and Marty,
yeah. Yeah. And Biff, and yeah, we're pretty much
right?
we're bunk.
Where's my gray sports almanac?
The funny thing, I think I was telling Randall like 2000 or something, wasn't it? I think
Yeah,
it was 59 to 2000.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep. Good times.
It's hard to believe it's that old already.
To 2000.
Yeah.
Or was it 2000? Or was it?
I'm pretty sure it was 2000.
Yeah, because in part two, I think part two allegedly took place in 2015.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually, was it USA Today? That's a newspaper, right?
Magazine?
Okay. What I
Or
need.
no, U.S. World News. I think there's a show, there's a magazine, there's a paper. I think USA Today is the paper.
Okay, well, USA Today on the October whatever date in 2015 actually made a retro paper of like Marty McFly's kid getting busted.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, and I have it on my wall. But like you opened it up and there was a what was it, Jaws 16 or something like that?
Yeah,
like,
with
but-
the 3D shark.
Yeah, but it had a fucking full movie like page for this Jaws 16 or
Oh,
whatever. It was
wow.
pretty neat, man. I still have it on my wall. It was something cool to have.
Yeah, I never saw that when that happened. When did that come out?
That would have
15
been, yeah, 2015.
for the anniversary.
Yeah, it was just on that one day, and
And
I walked to Snappy's. I remember, and I got the last copy they had.
I don't know if they did it on the anniversary or around the time, but Nike actually made the self-lacing shoes.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
No, I think I did hear about that.
Yeah,
at one point.
they made them, and then I think they maybe even mass-produced them to a point, like not hundreds of thousands of pairs for every size, every country, but
Right.
like
couple hundred pairs or something. Yeah,
I
like
think they did make the
if
self-lacing
you got money, you
shoes,
can get yourself a pair. Like if
Yeah.
you got the cash. Yeah.
or you're a big review channel or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, if only life were that easy with a time machine.
I know you could go fix things, but I don't
Redo
know.
it.
But wasn't it again? I mean, we talked about this before here. How it would, if you change something back then, how it could drastically affect now.
Today, yeah.
Right. So I don't
And
know.
They actually addressed that, and I brought it up then. The Butterfly Effect. That was
Yeah.
a good movie.
Yeah.
I can't remember how that dealt with time travel though.
I
Like,
haven't seen that in a long time,
neither
man.
have
I'd have
I.
to watch it again.
but I do know he found a solution by completely taking himself out of the picture.
Right.
And then they made a part two.
And it was
He's out of the picture, and you're making a part two without the guy.
right, and it's horrible.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah, it was bad.
And it's like making let's reboot it, but we'll make the clown good this time for the third reboot, and all the
Yeah.
kids are bad.
I heard a quote one time. It was from I don't know. You've watched like like Lords of Dogtown and stuff, right? That the Skip Engblom said that in his world he be Captain Hook and he took all the Neverland children and turned them into pirates.
Right?
That's how he described all the kids, the Dogtown kids or whatever. I always
Yeah.
thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that dude's dead too.
Skip Engblom? No, I think he's still
Not
alive.
Skip, but
Oh, Jay Adams.
no, the actor. Skip was the surf shop owner, right?
Right. Oh, Heath
Which-
Ledger. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, I forgot.
He's gone.
Yeah, and it's so weird because like I think of Skip Engblom like what he looks like now or in the past
Oh,
10 years,
yeah.
and he's a big fat guy, so it's like hard to differentiate. But like honestly, like that's probably one of Heath Ledger's best movies, if you ask me. He nailed that guy down to a T, to how he talks, to everything, man. Like if you listen to interviews with Skip, like that's fucking him.
Like I just think Ledger as an actor did like a phenomenal job with anything he did that he actually was into.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously he was into it because he's getting paid. It was a job. But I'm gonna say some roles he was getting paid. He was there to make the money, and then other roles he was there to play the part. Like
Absolutely. Like I mean Joker.
Joker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
if you hear his name, what's the first thing people usually bring up? Unless they're talking about like the character Skip, how we just did. If they're
Right.
talking about a separate character,
he goes with Joker number
Right.
one all the time. And then honestly, I think the second biggest one would be that 10 Things I Hate About You.
that was
It's an okay
that was
movie.
an okay cheesy flick.
Yeah, but that was a remake of a Shakespeare thing.
Was it?
Yeah. Oh my God.
You're not gonna remember.
I just looked it up the other day. Oh, it's gonna drive me nuts. I have to look it up. Hang on.
Let's let them think this is gonna be great content.
Everything upstairs is frying out.
Smoking. He got smoke rolling out from under his headphones, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I had another thing, but I'm like struggling to remember it over here.
I think it's How to Tame a Shrew. Does that sound right? The Taming of the Shrew.
Taming of the Shrew,
Taming of
yeah.
the Shrew is what it is.
I never put that connection together.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is, man. That's
And there's some goofy names in that. I think is Petruchio.
yeah, they definitely renamed the cast as far
Yeah,
as
yeah. But there's some goofy names, and I mean not all Shakespeare, but especially that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I just looked that up. That came up on Netflix or something the other day. Maybe it was Hulu, but I ended up watching it the other night because I'm like, I haven't seen this in a while, but it's not a bad flick.
And another thing, and
And there's another person that went south, like Heath Ledger.
oh yeah,
Like,
yeah. And what's strange, what's weird about people, okay, I think, is that no matter how much you see it around you with friends, family, society, or you see it portrayed, and in some cases it's dramatized
Yeah,
in like Hollywood or on TV and whatnot.
Uh-huh.
But no matter how much you see it, and you can see, like, look, you make bad decisions, you get bad results.
yeah.
No matter how much you see it, hear about it, have even experienced it, seems like people are still prone to do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And and even in certain cases, I don't know, like,
I'll tell you one thing. It's and this is my experience. I can't speak for anybody else. It is a fuck of a lot harder to, once you're somebody that has made bad decisions, thrown part of your life away, ruined, whatever. It's a lot harder to do the right thing than to, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
To
'cause-
keep on track doing the right thing than to just be like, fuck it.
yeah, the big case of the
It's
fuck
so
is
much,
what I was going to say. Yeah.
That is so easy to do.
Well, absolutely. It's super easy to do.
Yeah,
But,
it's just,
but I don't know. Nothing good should be easy, right?
no, I
So-
don't think so. I don't, honestly.
No, I don't think so either. So, like, I don't know. If you want to come out on the good side, you know what I mean? Like, you do have to work at shit.
Not only that,
Like, I've been put in situations where, there's just stuff around me that I don't want to be around and stuff, but I just exit the situation because I know,
yeah, that's
you know?
one thing you got to do. One common misconception people like to have, and we're not dropping the names like usual, but just so many times in the past, I've been in conversations where there were multiple people, or talking to somebody one-on-one and they're like, yeah, I'm moving, I'm done with this, I'm moving, going here, getting away from all this, because all there is churches and bars and just people want to party. I'm going to go here and stay away from all of it. And it's like, you know what I mean? Like, do you not see the error? And you think there's churches and bars and
Person,
people that party there. They're
yeah,
everywhere. There's a corner everywhere.
yeah. You can't. You got to be able to eliminate. You have to have self control. Basically,
Right.
what it comes down to is self
Like so
control.
many people, their answer was moving away, and some of them actually did it, moved away. And a few years later, they'd be back like, oh, I just went and did the same thing,
I
made
was
made
one
the
of
same
them.
friends in a different town.
I was one of them, man. I
Yeah,
had the
you
same
gotta,
friends in Pittsburgh. You know what I mean? Like I was, I was
yeah,
hanging out in bars as soon as I got down there. Like I mean, it just
yeah, you gotta look internally, look inside for that. When
yeah,
work on you, now work on you, and then move.
yeah,
That's fine. Fix the actual root of the problem, and then move. Then yeah, or maybe do both at the same time, but don't moving is
thinking that that's going to solve your problems.
yeah, keep doing the same thing, but just move to a
Move,
different
yeah,
place is not the answer.
no.
And I've just throughout years, so many people that was like their end all
Dude,
be all solution.
yeah, I have heard that a million times, man. Like
And
I
it's
said, at one point in time, I thought that was the solution.
well, I've heard it so many times that whenever I hear it now, I just don't even bother saying nothing. I'm just like, okay,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
like I agree.
yeah.
And maybe I'm a bad person for not trying to be like, hey, that's not the answer.
But you're not because look at my
Right.
circumstance. You can tell somebody no, that's bad 4,000 times, and
Don't
they
do
can
it.
turn around and just go ahead and do it anyway. You know,
Right.
so
Yeah, bang.
yeah, and without you even knowing anything, you can't control what somebody does when they're not around you or anything really.
No. And it sucks as much as you'd like to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
As much as you would like to have control. And granted, we're not going to dive down every tangent and rabbit hole
no,
controlling somebody else. But
no,
it depending on where you're at, what station in life, where you are with life, you often don't have much control beyond what you can reach around you.
right.
Now, granted, if you're a parent, you got to try and have control of your kids, have
Yeah,
good example, teach them, raise them well, whatnot. But when it comes down to the harsh reality of life, yeah, as far as you can reach
yeah, and like
is what you're controlling
right,
at the
and like
present
even
time.
in this instance, like I'm kicking myself like I should have been a more positive influence and this and that. But what more can you know what I mean? What can you really do?
In a sense, you were. Do you know what I
Right,
mean?
right. But I just you know what I mean in my head, like this shouldn't have happened.
Dude, maybe it's getting older and more, I don't even know the right word, cynical or just worn out with life and getting older. We'll just say getting older. But it seems like I think that more often and often.
Yeah,
It,
it's
it
just
don't work. I
no,
mean, you can't.
no, and you can't force anybody to do anything. Like
Yeah.
you only have control of yourself. In the end, I guess is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
And I can only, vouch for myself. I know what I've done and what I do and everything else, but I can only vouch for me.
How far do you want to take this?
Why?
Are we really, do we really know what we know? Do we really have knowledge? Or are we just a brain in a vet? We'll get down the whole philosophical. No,
No.
thanks, man. Some of them arguments are crazy.
Yeah. No, like I said, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Um, I don't know. I think another thing, I want to try and get together sometime and maybe I'll tell you what, it is tough. The more voices you add, the more chaotic it gets quick.
Absolutely.
But I want to try and do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like maybe a third. 3 and 4, I've managed to, at least we came off with a partway intelligible conversation when I've had 3 or 4 people in a room talking.
Yeah.
At least a little bit. I'm not, but it's tough to be in and produce at the same time. But somebody's got to do it.
Right.
I'm all out of monkeys.
Yeah, yeah. Monkeys,
I'm all
monkeys
out
are dropping like motherfuckers.
I'm all out of peanuts, man. Can't pay them monkeys.
No, they're dying from starvation around here.
I always wanted one of those too. You know, the monkey with the vest that wants coins?
Yeah, man, yeah.
How great would that
Oh
be?
my God.
Turn them loose
Yeah.
in society. Make me money, little monkey.
We're like, oh, I don't have to go to work today. I'm sending out the monk. He just goes and pedals for you.
Right. Funny enough, a similar, no matter how many different monkeys that I've seen like that, and it's not that I've seen the same one in many different spots,
Right.
because I've been to other fairs, festivals, whatever,
Yeah.
that had a different guy with a different monkey. It always seems like maybe it's part of the training, or maybe it's just the run-ins I've had. They were bad owners, but it seemed like the animal was a little afraid. The monkey was a little
No,
afraid
I
of
agree.
his owner.
Yeah.
At least the ones I've seen. I've never seen a like you know. And granted, I'm comparing a movie to real life. Damn it! How could I mess this up
Yeah.
worse? Isn't there a monkey in Pirates of the Caribbean
Yeah, I think
that
so.
hangs out with Jack Sparrow
Yeah,
and steals his hat and shit?
Yeah, yeah, but
Okay.
I think, isn't he like Barbossa's monkey? I think. But he
Yeah,
just fucks
but
with
he-
Jack Sparrow all the time.
Well, he messes with Sparrow, and didn't he like kind of like join up with them and left Barbossa
Yeah.
for a bit?
Yeah,
I
I think
think.
you are right.
I don't know. But regardless, that monkey didn't seem afraid. And again, it's a movie. It's not real life. But these other little monkeys that I have seen in real life, they seem like they're afraid.
Well, I mean, I don't know. How's there a nice way to go about being like, you have to do this? Like, I'm training you to do
Go
this.
get my coins.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
Get my money. Maybe, like, wow, how's he getting the money from the monkey? Because I saw a sad situation one time, man. Like, this little monkey, his vest was loaded down to where it was uneven being pulled off of him by the pocket full of coins. So it must have been a busy day at the carnival or
Yeah.
whatever, or the fair, because there was barely anything in the one pocket. And then the other side was just like dragging on the ground,
Oh, man.
ready to burn a hole through the vest. And I'm like, dude, why don't you empty out his pocket?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, he's making you money.
there's more waiting coins there than there is monkey at this point.
Right, right. It's like monkey dragging a sack along.
It was, man. His vest was dragging on the ground.
Oh,
I'm like,
poor
shit.
bastard.
Right? Like,
No, like, no, you say of like a mean way to, like animals. Like I've also seen a guy I know, like he has deer that, like, you know,
deer.
well, he doesn't have them; they just show up.
Right. He has a feeder, probably. That's
Yeah.
what draws him in. Okay.
But he feeds them. But they'll stand outside and look in his windows for him to feed them. Now he does. We don't like. They don't hunt. They don't nothing. But like these deer know that he's the safe zone, and they'll come and look in his windows until they feed him. Like it's fucked
That's
up,
crazy.
dude.
See, I would be cautious about feeding animals and stuff, depending on, I mean, and not just one. Some animals are more dangerous than others. But let's like look at different countries. Like, imagine if you're throwing food out in Australia for kangaroos. Do you remember seeing that video of that jack kangaroo that would like come up and was punching the window
Yeah.
and stuff, like slamming on the glass?
Yeah.
Imagine having to fight that thing.
No, I'm not fighting a kangaroo.
You're
man.
not. You're going down.
Yeah, no. No, I don't even care if Paul Hogan's behind me dressed as Dundee. Like, I'm not throwing down with him, man.
Do you think he did that character justice?
Was it a character before?
Is it a character? Is it a reference to a real life guy? Crocodile Dundee.
Was he a real person? I didn't know
It
that.
might have been. I don't know. I know it was a character.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, Paul Hogan, man.
Paul Hogan.
Uh-huh. Not the Hulk. Don't
No, no.
mistake him for Terry.
No. Terry Hogan. Yeah, no. Or just, and other people have talked about this, but just make the size of some animals different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like spiders the size of like Rottweilers.
Yeah. Like, have you ever seen like the 50s film Them with the mutant ants that come in the desert?
No.
Oh, Misfits wrote a song about it during the Graves era.
Okay.
But
no.
it's these mutant ants, man, and they're like fucking, you know, big as houses, and they live in these caves. And then there's another one.
Yeah.
Did you ever see The Crawling Eye? It's a big eyeball that's as big as a house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see when Jerry and Doyle hosted that show?
Huh.
Yeah, I think they hosted it on a network, like came in and talked like For the commercial breaks?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah?
Jerry and Doyle, yeah.
That's pretty cool. The only thing I remember them doing, back in the day was, do you remember the X show on FX?
No,
Right, it
not at
was,
all, not at all.
it was called the X Show, and it was, like a late night variety show, we'll say, but they had the Misfits on there, and they did 2 songs, and it ended up being pretty cool, man.
No, these guys actually hosted, it was like some type of horror theater TV thing.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, but no, I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, yeah, you have to look it up, man. It was called the X Show.
And again, to kinda tie everything together here, look, not our decisions by any means, not anybody we even know. We've met them barely in passing because 'cause we've been in there in the same other audience crowd that was there to see them. But a couple people from New Jersey get together and just how legendary, iconic most of those songs are.
Yeah.
And it's like, what I would love to see from them at least, instead of doing reunion, guys, write some material.
Yeah. Dude, that'd be amazing.
Get the 3 of you together. Call Robo if he's still alive and kicking.
He is still alive.
I
I
mean,
know that.
true Lombardo can drum, but
No, no,
get a hold of Robo.
yeah, no, I get your point. Like that'd be the
Get a hold of
true
Robo.
Misfits, man.
Go into the studio and hash it out. And Glenn, don't do shitty overdubs of everything to avoid paying royalties.
Yeah.
Collection 2.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, like when I saw that
shit.
reunion show, I don't know if I told you, Jerry broke 4 basses during that
On
show.
stage?
On stage during that show.
Is that one where he gave one to a girl in a wheelchair?
I don't know if he did it that. I'm sure he did. But
He did that at one of them.
So from what I've heard, is he's been breaking that many at every show, and now I think he's auctioning them off for charity, which I think is pretty cool.
Instead of breaking them.
Well, no, he's breaking them and then auctioning
Then
them off.
auctions
Yeah,
them
because
off.
his dad, I don't know if you knew this, their parents own a machine shop,
Right.
And he machines his own guitars.
Yeah, well, him and
Yeah,
Doyle both.
yeah. So he just makes a fucking pile and then smashes a pile of them on stage.
Well, not only that, just Doyle playing. The way he plays
Oh
that
my
thing.
god,
Do you
dude.
see any other guitar holding
Never
up to that?
in my,
It's not going to
no.
happen.
I've never seen anybody play like that.
It's insane.
Like, dude, he picks with like a smashing, and
Right.
he smashes his guitar. That's how.
the other thing though is it is impressive, but go to his Instagram or whatever and watch like one of the new iPhone, like 240 frames per second slow motion clips of him doing it. You can actually see what he's doing, and he's still hitting it hard, but not
Not as hard as it makes it
not as
look.
hard as it. Yeah, it
It's
makes
almost
it
like a
look.
pro wrestling move, is how I took it. You
Yeah,
know
it
what I
is.
mean?
It is totally. That is a pro guitar playing.
Yeah, that's how I took it. Like he was coming down hard, but still plucking the strings with the pick in the end.
One other thing of note, bringing up those guys, and another person not with us, Elijah.
Yeah.
I grew up with the kid to an extent when we were kids. Moved away. When I came back to visit, always tried to get a hold of him and his cousin. But I went to a show at the Crowbar to see the Misfits. It was during the Graves era
Mhm.
when they were playing there. I think he had been partying, a little drinking possibly, but he managed being buzzed up to get up to the front and got up on stage and ran directly at Doyle to like hug him
Yeah.
and got stiff armed. Like Doyle didn't miss a beat.
Oh, really?
But he literally just was playing, just stiff armed Eli. Eli flew back, landed on the crowd, caught him, and let him down. But it was great. Probably one of the best things I've seen in the Crowbar.
Eli and I,
Drunk dude running at Doyle.
before he passed to him, Muster, Ken Long, and I, we had a Misfits cover band. We only ever got like 3 or 4 practices with Eli singing, but it was all Misfits. Like,
Dude, that would have been great.
dude, it was really like, dude, and we were like, those songs are pretty easy, like
Yeah.
to play, to sing, whatever. I mean, with the talent we had there, we were getting 4 or 5 songs down in
Oh,
practice too.
I
It was
even-
just like,
Somebody, I forget what band and who it was, even where it was. But somebody was supposed to practice Astro Zombies and didn't, but the rest of the band knew it. Like
Oh.
the guitarist didn't, and I like sounded it out real quick and like showed the player like
oh, right on, yeah, that's
get your own strumming rhythm to it so it sounds good, so it matches everybody else. But these are your chords.
Yeah.
It's simple to sound out.
Mhm.
Super simple.
No,
And I
all
don't have
those-
perfect pitch. I can't hear notes by ear.
Dude, I've been playing 17 years and I'm just starting to be able to do that.
Yeah,
So,
I can't. I gave up on it, man. Gave up. Getting old.
No, I still love it, man.
So let's wrap this show up today.
Well, no, thanks for having me on.
dude, thanks for coming down.
Yeah, no, this is
Like I said, I didn't know how to address things
I didn't either.
solo.
Right, and that's how I didn't either. So I
It's like,
appreciate you letting me use this platform to kind of address, what I could anyway.
yeah, and hopefully anybody that watches it, hey, it is a thing in society, and it's how people look at it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Guilt by
By
association.
association, absolutely, man.
You know the guy, you talk to the guy, you were involved,
Right.
and I mean
It sucks.
it's reality. It's
Yeah.
how it is. But hey, man, and to say the same thing, like we all had a couple instances where we got together, combined efforts, and now
Yeah.
boom, look at it. And it's like I haven't gotten any direct questions yet, you know.
Yeah.
Not like I can divulge details that I don't. I
No, and
have
I'm in the
no more than nobody else.
And I'm the same boat,
Yeah.
I don't have anything more than anybody else has read, saw, or anything. So that's
yeah.
it.
Definitely combining efforts. I don't know. Weekly, I can definitely do weekly. That's how I've always done it.
Yeah, no, I was assuming one a week or so.
All right. Yes.
Yeah. So I was maybe thinking if you were up maybe Sunday or Monday.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's usually the best days for me. I can make it work for Tuesday or Wednesday
Yeah,
if
my
I
shit
have
just
to.
got this week was a mess, obviously. So that's why my weekend got all messy.
Life's a mess.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what I didn't do? I don't know of any way to do it. Yeah, that'd be forcing on people. I mean, I suppose I could. I suppose I could force my opinion on people. Or wait, is that what I meant? Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, that's what you meant.
Damn it, that's not what I meant. We did the shilling. We did the show. I mean, it's sad, man. What can you say?
No, that's it, man.
One situation more so sad than the other, but hey, life is what it is. It comes at you quick.
And you got to roll with the punches.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But we'll try and keep it going. I'm going to flip out for a moment. Oh wow, it did show. I'm gonna show the people. Oh, I don't even know how to do this, Jimmy. It did go live. We could pull the ultimate joke. I guess they would have to fall for it. If they don't, I gotta remember where the buttons are. Damn it. Do you get it? All right, that's up. That's it. I'm punching up the whole place. Everybody, you seen it. It was a bad joke. Did you know what I was getting at?
I did not.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, I don't even know if I got it on camera. I don't care.
It looked like it.
Yeah, let's hope. That's it. Anybody that watches this, just know I'm coming to punch up the whole house when you view this, or the car. 2 punches. You look.
Oh, I saw it.
You got it?
Yeah, now I do.
Okay. I was going to do it at the beginning, totally spaced it, and I'm like, yeah, what can you do?
Yeah, shit happens.
Yeah. All right, people, have a good week. Thank you for watching now and in the future. I was kind of uncertain, but hey, whenever we get something, we'll throw it out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if we don't, we'll try again until we fail.
Yeah, that's right.
Have a good week, and hopefully it's a week.
Yeah.
I don't know how to end this still. Even when I did this weekly, I couldn't remember which button was the damn button.
Did you end it?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
Oh wait, it's right here, I think.
We got it.
Yes.
Yeah.